Hi children, good. How are you? I think all are fine. Okay, then children, last class we studied about the importance of forest and two types of forest: evergreen forest and deciduous forest, and also thorny forest. Also we completed. Okay, I think you didn't study that one. And today's class we have to study the other types of forests in we can see in India. That is coniferous forest and tidal forest, and how to conserve the forest, and also you have to protect for we already studied the importance of forest. Okay, so our duty to protect forest, our duty it is, so we have to how to conserve the forest. Okay, so first we studied about the two types of forests we can see in India, and after that we can study how to conserve the forest. Okay children, lesson 12, natural vegetation. Then next type of forest it is coniferous forest. We already studied about the other evergreen and deciduous and thorny forest we already studied. Next is a coniferous forest. What is the speciality of this type of forest? These trees are tall and pointed and have needle shaped leaves. I'll show you the picture. That is, this is the coniferous trees. That is, these trees have what is the speciality? Tall and pointed and have needle shaped leaves. Pointed like it is, and needle type shaped leaves will be seen in that. And these trees bear cones. That is, that they have cone shaped, and also they have the bare type needle type trees we can see in that. And this tree is one of the coniferous tree it is. And the other examples for this coniferous trees are chir, deodar, fir and spruce are the examples for coniferous forest. And coniferous forests are found in the higher Himalayan mountains and parts of the Nilagiri hills. That's also we can see these coniferous trees found in Himalayan mountains and part of Nilagiri, that is hills and mountains. Especially we can see this type of coniferous forest we can see that. Okay, because mountains and hills, that is ice and snow places, it is ice and everything will be fall on to that, so it will become automatically, the trees become a cone shaped will come to that. So that is why the trees, all these trees in these mountains and hills we can see this type of bare cones trees we can see in these areas. And the pulp of these trees is used for making paper, and especially these coniferous forest trees pulp we can make it for making, used for making paper. These trees also yield resin and turpentine oil. We can get in from the trees bark we are getting the resins, and from the resins we are making turpentine oil. These are the things we are getting from these coniferous type of trees, and these trees are together we can see, that is we can see coniferous forest. And what is the speciality of the coniferous trees? These trees are tall and pointed, have a needle shape. That is, when you are touching all that, there will be needle. When you are touching, it will be stuck on your hands, and so like that it will be pointed, very sharpened, like that we can see this type of trees there. And their leaves are they like needles way we can see their leaves, not big leaves we cannot see. That is why in hilly areas we can see this type of needle shaped leaves we can see in that area. And also these trees are bare cones, in a cone shape we can see these trees. And the example it is chir, deodar, fir, spruce are the examples. And these trees are found in which are the place in India? Himalayan mountains and Nilagiri hills. And what is the use of these trees? The pulp is used for making paper, and also we are getting from these trees resins and turpentine oil we are getting from this coniferous forest. And this is one of the tree grow in coniferous forest or the Himalayan ranges. Okay. And next one, next type of forest we can see in India, that is tidal forest. Tidal forests are found in the deltas of the Ganga, Mahanadi and Godavari. The delta area we can see, because deltas are formed by Ganga, Mahanadi and Godavari, and these places we can found the tidal forest, tidal trees we can see. A tree called Sundari and mangrove is found in the Ganga delta. So the trees we can see in the delta region, especially we can called Sundari tree or mangrove tree. Normally we are saying mangrove trees are seen in the tidal area. The tidal area, that is mainly the delta places near to the delta. Especially in the Bengal, the Bay of Bengal side, we can see Sundarbans delta, and mainly the delta areas where there is basins are there we can see this delta region we can see. In that area that we are seeing, that type of trees are grown in that area, tidal forest. And this tidal forest, the trees names is Sundari or mangrove trees are seen in this tidal forest, and this area called the Sundarbans. And in India we are seeing Sundarbans delta. You already studied the Sundarbans delta, and that area which trees are growing, Sundari or mangrove trees, and that area it is called Sundarbans area, and the trees are known as Sundari or mangrove trees. Okay, and that type of trees are together seen in that area, that forest we are telling tidal forest. Okay, so different types of forests we can see in India. Which are the different types of forests we can see in India? Evergreen forest, yes, deciduous forest, thorny forest, coniferous forest, and tidal forest. These are the different types of forests we can see, vegetation, as a vegetation we can see in India. And this is the tidal forest, that is near to the delta area, that is rivers are there, and we can see this area, forest area. This here it is normally which type of the mangroves trees are shown grown in this tidal area, and that forest is known as tidal forest. Clear, children? Okay, and our duty to conservation of forest, we have to conserve the forest area, because forests are giving importance, we already studied. And so our duty to conserve the forest area. It is the main place for the wild animal, home for the wild animal. And also we need forest, trees, wild animals, everything we need for the balancing of the nature. Okay, so we have to conserve the forest, and for that in one movement is happened in 1973. That movement is known as Chipko movement. What is mean by Chipko movement? In 1973, the villagers in the hills of Uttarakhand, where it happened, it is in Uttarakhand, that is, they thought a unique idea to prevent cutting down trees. What they did, they put their arms around the trees. And what the people of the Uttarakhand, what the villagers did, they put their arms around the trees. And when the tree cutters, normally tree cutters come for many uses are there for trees. So when the tree cutters came, they told them they do not leave the trees till the tree cutters left. So they told they no need to allow to cut the trees. So they hold the trees together, and they not allow them to cut the trees. So they like that they hold their arms on the trees till the tree cutters left the place. So this movement came to be known as Chipko movement. It happened in 1973. Where it is happened? It happened in Uttarakhand. So that movement is known as Chipko movement. Okay, and who are the leaders take action for this Chipko movement? The important leaders are Sundarlal Bahaguna, Chandi Prasad Bhatt, and Gaura Devi are the leaders of this Chipko movement. So clear the Chipko movement to prevent trees, to prevent the forest, to cut down the trees. They have to made a decision to decided to cut, not allowed anyone to cut the trees. So that movement is known as Chipko movement. So these are the leaders. So like that they conserve the forests and trees. And another movement it is planned throughout the year the forestry movement, social forestry movement decided all the year they are decided to planting trees. And also another, we are celebrated every year, Vanamahotsav, celebrated every year in rainy season, planting trees. And also we are environmental day, we are planting trees. So like that we are decided to conserve the forests and trees, because it is give very useful to us and very important importance also. We already knowing about this forest, so our duty to conserve the forest. And which way, that is one movement is started, which is that movement, Chipko movement. And we have the leaders to behind this movement, Sundarlal Bahaguna, say with me, Chandi Prasad Bhatt and Gaura Devi. And other movements have to conserve the forest. It is social forestry movement. What they are doing every year, they are planting trees throughout the country. And another every year we are celebrating one in rainy season we are celebrating one Utsav, which is that Vanamahotsav, that also planting trees. And also environmental day also we are doing planting trees also. And we have to take, if we are cutting down in our homes also, for many purposes we are cutting big trees. So we are knowing how many years we are taken to grow one tree, many years needed. So when we are decided for our many purposes needed, so that time sometimes we are cutting down trees. So children, we have to tell them to, we have to plant another tree, because many years needed to become a big tree. So that is why when you are cutting down a big tree, at the moment we have to plant a new tree, because coming generation also want to get a good atmosphere to get on this country. Okay, so that is why for studying all these things, what is, we have to conserve the forest. We are knowing the importance of forest, different types of forest, and we are enjoying that good atmosphere. So we have to be our duty to conserve the forest. Okay, clear children, these children, about natural vegetation, different types of trees and forests, and also in that different types of forest, which type of trees are growing in that area according to the temperature and the soil, everything. Different types of trees are grown in that area, and what are the measures to conserve the forest. Okay, yes. Then children, take your textbook. Yes, take the page number 81. So in that we have to, let us recall is that we can study. So we have to conserve the trees, need for forest conservation. This is the picture of the Chipko movement. That is, people are holding their arms and protest against you cutting down their trees. And these are the Gaura Devi, Sundarlal Bahaguna, and the important leaders behind the Chipko movement. Okay. Before doing the exercises, we can let us recall. Forests provide many useful products like timber, firewood, pulp, and other valuable products. They also help in many other ways. There are 5 main types of forests in India: evergreen forest, deciduous forest, thorny forest, tidal forest, and coniferous forest. The Chipko movement was started to prevent the cutting down of trees. A rich variety of wildlife is preserved, and natural vegetation is conserved in the wildlife sanctuaries and national parks. And that is why we are protecting the wildlife and sanctuaries, bird sanctuaries also. Okay, this is about the important points in this lesson. And next we have to do the exercises, think and answer. First section, it is take the correct answer, take the pencil and do the answer, correct it in the textbook now itself. Ebony is found in which forest? Evergreen forest. Okay, take that one. The Gir forest is in Gujarat. A tree called Sundari is found in Ganga Delta. A country should have at least dash of its area under forest area. How much area? 1/3 of its forest area. Okay, then and that over, then turn the page number 82, match the following. Chipko movement, what was that? To save trees. Okay, then second one, Sundari, we can say Sundarbans. And third one, Celebrated in the rainy season, which will serve Van Mahotsav. Then fourth one, Chir. Daughter tree, we can say coniferous forest. Then trees, what they are giving? Oxygen. Okay. Okay, then next section, fill in the blanks. The trees in the coniferous forest bear corns. Corn type it is. Okay. The second one, the dash tree is found in the Sundarbans. Which type of trees? Sundari or mangroves. Then third one, Sundarlal Bahuguna was the leader of the which movement? Chipko movement. Write down now itself. Then fourth one, the wood of trees in the dash forest is hard and valuable. Evergreen forest. Okay. Then dash provides shelter to animals. Forests provide shelter to animals. Yes. Then we'll come to the next section. Write true or false. A country should have 1/4 of its total area under forests. That is false. 1/3 only. Okay, that is false. The trees in the evergreen forest remain green throughout the year. That is correct. Then third one, the tidal forests are mostly found in the foothills of Himalaya. No, that is false. Then Western Ghats have evergreen forests. Western Ghats, evergreen forests. Yes, that is the coastal area, that is Western Ghats, that is true. Then hunting is now banned in India. That also true. Okay. Then question answers. First two question answers I already given to you. Okay, the previous class I given you. And next question we can write down in the first. We read the questions along with me. After that we can mark it in the textbook. Okay. Where are the deciduous forests found? The deciduous forests are found in the southern plateaus and along the foothills of the Himalaya. So say with me, where are the deciduous forests found? Deciduous forests are found in the southern plateaus and along the foothills of the Himalaya. But we can see this page number 79, deciduous forest, second paragraph. You will find these forests. Did you see that sentence? That is, in that instead of that you have to write deciduous forest. From the question you have to write the answer. Deciduous forests are found in the, then right from the textbook, southern plateaus and along the foothills of the Himalayas. Mark that one. Okay. From the question you have to write the answer. Say with me, what is the answer? Where are the deciduous forests found? Deciduous forests are found in the southern plateaus and along the foothills of the Himalayas. Clear, children? Okay. Then next question. What is the Chipko movement? Today we take in the class the Chipko movement. So what is the Chipko movement? We have to explain about that. Okay. 3 sentences are there that we have to study. First listen. In 1973, the villagers in the hills of Uttarakhand thought of a unique way to prevent the cutting down of trees. They put their arms around the trees. When the tree cutters came, they told them they would not leave the trees till the tree cutters left. This was called the Chipko movement. Okay, clear, children? Say with me. In 1973, the villagers in the hills of Uttarakhand thought of a unique way to prevent the cutting down of trees. They put their arms around the trees. When the tree cutters came, they told them they would not leave the trees till the tree cutters left. This was called the Chipko movement. Okay. Then we can mark it in your textbook. Take the page number 81. Take the page number 81. Conservation of forests. The first paragraph is the answer of the Chipko movement. Okay, mark that one. Read that in 1973, the villagers in the hills of Uttarakhand thought of a unique way to prevent the cutting down of trees. They put their arms around the trees. When the tree cutters came, they told them they would not leave the trees till the tree cutters left. This was called the Chipko movement. So this is only one small little bit, 3 sentences that I have to study now. We reach the third term. Okay, so you can study that movement. Okay. So one more small question is, where are the tidal forests found in India? Where are the tidal forests found in India? Tidal forests are found in the deltas of the Ganga, Mahanadi and Godavari. So say with me, where are the tidal forests found in India? Tidal forests are found in the deltas of the Ganga, Mahanadi and Godavari. That is also in the textbook. Take the page number 80. The first sentence, the tidal forest. Take the tidal forest. First sentence, the tidal forests are found in the deltas of the Ganga, Mahanadi and Godavari. Okay. So these are the 3 questions you have to write down in your notebook, and write down the 2 times in your rough book and say the answer to your parents. Okay, ready? So this is about the natural vegetation. In that we have to study importance of forests and types of forests and conservation of forests. Okay, so this is about the natural vegetation. Very simple lesson, but you have to study about that. Which are the type of forests we can see. So when we are seeing the trees, we have to say which type of trees. Okay, that also we have to know about that. Okay, this is about the natural vegetation. So thank you children. Study well. Okay, thank you.